now I'm going to start doing more scenario-based businesses, so people can look at dollars amounts and they can say, okay, I have a job. How much could I spend if I want to start a Shopify store, and how much money can I make? Okay, so let's just say you make $60,000 on your job. You save $25,000 and you say, I want to start a business. Then you come to me and you say, okay, I have 25,000. How can you build me a Shopify store that makes me 10,000 a month, right? So you got a job making 60,000 and you want to make 10,000 a month on Shopify. And you come to me. You come to me and you say, what should I do? Okay. Well, first I'm gonna ask you what kind of business you want to start. You say, okay, a clothing line. Okay, you start a clothing line. So for a clothing line, I'll say it'll cost you like $1,500, right? If you're doing POD. So you just getting the clothing POD, right? You get a website. It's like if you get a niche guy, maybe you can get a good one for $300. So you can get a good website for $300, right? With the apps and everything, that's another $400. Copywriting, let's say you paid you got another $300 for somebody to do your copywriting, right? You got a domain name, hosting, let's say $50, right? Plus Shopify, that's another $100. Now you got product photos, you got editing, you got UGC, and etc. So we're gonna say $1,500, right? So you got logo, you got design, and everything. We're gonna say $1,500. Get more, or maybe 3,000, 1,500 to 3,000. Let's just say 1,500 to 3,000. So you still got 25 saved up. So now what you got to do, you got to hire the right team, right? You got to hire the right team who knows how to do the apps. They know how to do the ads. They know how to do the website. They know how to do the copywriting. They know how to do the social media cheaply, right? They're not going to charge you to do your social media. Most of the budgeting they're going to do, it comes from the ads, because they know that's how they're going to make money, right? So you don't have to hire a social media guy, and then you don't have to hire, I need an ads guy, and then I need copy. Well, you can just get one team to do everything. That's why we exist, right? We do everything. So let's say you put 2,000 monthly in ads, right? So you say, I'm gonna put 2,000 a month in ads because I have 60,000 a year. So I'm gonna do 2,000 a month in advertisements, and I have savings of 25,000. Now, with the snowball effect, over time, if you have a nice product with a nice brand, you're not using stock images over and over, and you're not annoying people. You actually build a plan over time that's profitable. You're not saying, I'm just going to post on TikTok. And it's like, no, TikTok is not working. So don't do that, right? You have a plan behind what you're doing with someone who knows the numbers and the percentages of what works. They know what works. You don't have to figure out what works. They're going to come to you and they're going to look at your site and be like, that's going to work. That's not going to work, because they have conversion experts, right? There's people who can tell you, this is not going to work. Well, I tried it. It's not going to work. Well, they didn't hire the right team to tell them, right? Because if Shopify didn't work, then why would there be people starting stores every day? Why do I get online and I see people posting 50,000 a month screenshots every day? Because it works, right? So ads 2,000 monthly, and let's just say you're making 10,000 profit. So let's say in your first month you put in 2,000 monthly, and in the first month you're making 3,000 a month, right? So you put in 2,000 a month, now you're making 1,000 profit. Okay, the next month you might make 5,000 profit. So it's a percentage that's going up. So over time, it's going to go up. Now you're living off now your store will be making more than your job. But you say, I'm going to keep my job, right? And you can just build another store. You was like, okay, this store is only making this. Okay, now that I started a clothing store, I'm going to start a flower pot store, right? So now that you know how to start one store, you know how it works, and you have a team that can make you money, you just say, okay, I'm going to go back to that team. And instead of saying, I'm going to start this and see what works, you know what works. Now you're just repeating a process with a different brand. That's how to make money with Shopify with a job. Like, subscribe, more coming.